Good morning. Let's do a 10-minute warm-up routine to get you ready for the day. I'm going to start this from bed when I just woke up. So first, very gently, I'm going to take 5 to 10 deep breaths into my belly, pretending that I'm breathing through a straw. I'm going to stick my lips together and inhale. Like I'm blowing up a balloon. I pretend that my belly is a balloon. And I'm inflating that balloon. Let's do this 3 more times. Try to exhale longer than you inhale. Great. Now I'm going to warm up my arms, starting from the wrist, then moving to the elbow and the shoulder. I'm going to stick them up into the ceiling and rotate with effort, like I'm stirring soup. Spread my fingers wide apart, 10 times one direction, 10 times another direction. Great. Now I'm going to gently sit up from the bed and warm up my elbows. 10 times one direction, 10 times the other direction. If you want, you can also rotate your ankles at the same time. Great. Now I'm going to warm up my shoulders. Stick my shoulders all the way up to my ears and roll them back and down, and then hunch forward. Roll my shoulders up to my ears and do this a little bit faster every time. I feel a lot of crackling sounds in my shoulders. That's totally normal, but don't do anything that causes pain. Great. A couple forward rolls. I think I'm ready to get up from my bed now. Now I'm going to stick my arms wide out and form a little duck. And with this duck, again, I'm going to rotate my wrists. 10 times one direction and 10 times another direction. Make sure your shoulders are nice and low. Don't hide your neck like this. Drop your shoulders and raise your elbows. Now I'm going to hang my arms like a harlequin and add my knees to help me swing my arms around the elbow like a windmill. From chest, up, out, and down. If you struggle doing this, you can try doing this in front of a wall to see that your arm is not really moving forward. I don't want to stir here. I want to move my arms in one plane, if at all possible. And now I'm adding the circles in my shoulders. As much amplitude as you can handle. One direction and another direction. Nice. Now I'm going to warm up my back. So one of my favorite warm-up is the warm. I'm just going to hunch over and hang my shoulders forward, and then open one shoulder, open the other shoulder, close one shoulder, close the other shoulder. So you kind of hunch and unhunch. And all of your vertebrae get moving. 10 times one direction and 10 times another direction. Very nice. Now let's warm up our hips. So if you stand neutrally with your pelvis without moving it back or forward, kind of have it somewhere in the middle with your soft knees. First, I'm going to put the weight in one leg and then tilt my pelvis forward, put the weight in the other leg, and then tilt my pelvis back while having the weight in both of my legs evenly. Again, I'm moving my weight to the left, forward to the right, and doing this 10 times. If you have a hard time figuring out how to do this, you can just do side to side. You can first shift the weight in one leg and then shift the weight into the other leg. One leg and then the other leg. And then you can tilt your pelvis anteriorly and tilt your pelvis posteriorly. So if you pretend you have a little tail, you first tuck your tail and then flare out your tail. Tuck your tail, flare out your tail. When you tuck your tail, you want to exhale and contract your abs. And breathe in when you flare out your tail. And do this in the opposite direction. Moving the weight to the right, to the back, to the left, to the front. Great. Now this is a challenging one. Let's warm up our knees. If you want to hold onto the bed or the wall or something sturdy to make sure you don't fall over, raise one of your legs and stir the soup with your foot. It could be really challenging to raise your knee. If you want, you can hold it with your hands, but then make sure your bum touches the wall or something so you don't fall over. This is a great way to practice coordination as a means to prevent falling in the future. If you can not hold on to anything while doing this in the future, even better. Stir your soup 10 to 15 times one direction and 10 to 15 times another direction. Nice. And lastly, we want to warm up our ankles. Again, hold on to something if you need to. Wonderful. Now, let's warm our upper body a little bit more, and let's warm our hip hinge. And I think we're going to be done. I think we're going to be good for the day. So with a big breath, you're going to raise your arms, and if you can have them touch above your head, that's amazing. And exhale. Big inhale. Touch your arms if you can. If not, that's totally okay. And exhale. If you can, have the center of your mass go through midfoot and do not change that. Do not roll it from toe to heel, from toe to heel. Have the center of your mass in the same place, kind of halfway through your foot every time you do this. Raise your shoulder blades and lower your shoulder blades. Raise your shoulder blades and lower your shoulder blades. Let's do 5 more times. Pay attention to where the center of mass is in your feet. If you want to practice coordination again, you can do this with closed eyes, but make sure there's a wall behind you or something if you lose balance that you can sit back onto your bed or a chair. So for the brave ones, you're going to inhale and exhale with closed eyes. Spread your feet a little bit wider to have a little bit more balance. Fantastic. Now, this exercise I call a clock. You're going to stand on one leg. We're going to try to not hold on to anything for this one, but you can if you have to. And then the other leg is going to point to whatever the hour. Let's say 12, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to go as many hours as you can over to this side. So you're doing like a little quarter squat with this leg that you're standing on. The other one points onto different hours. You're going to do 2 circles with each leg. The point of this is to strengthen the tendons in your knee by loading it in different directions, but doing so very, very gently. So if you want some awesome strong knees, do this exercise every morning. Nice. I'm done with one circle. My calf feels like it's working. You can go slower if you need to, and make sure to pace your breathing as well. Shake it out, and let's do the other leg. Four, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 12 o'clock, 11, 10. Challenge somebody to do this with you. This is not as easy as it seems, especially when you kind of have to go behind this leg. And they will get stronger knees as a bonus. Nice. If you like this warm-up, I would appreciate if you gave it a like and wrote a friendly comment and let me know what other things you want from me to film. Whew. Let's shake out. Fantastic. Now, if you want to grab a towel or a band or something, you can grab a broomstick. That's fine too. And hold that in between your arms. And you're going to bend over in the hips and reach forward with that thing. So, I don't have a towel right here. You can pretend you have it, but it's better that you pull on something so to let your arms have something in between. So you're going to pull your towel apart and hinge, and pull your hips back. And bring your arms forward. Reach with your arms forward and sit your hips back. Fantastic. Let's do this 10 times. Reach. Inhale and exhale. Inhale And exhale. Try to do this with a straight back if you can, and look forward. If you want, you can look up at the connection of the wall and the ceiling. If you feel like it's difficult for you and you end up bending over, try to look a little bit ahead. Your knees are soft, they're slightly bent. Your feet are gripping the ground very firmly. Your shoulders are nice and down. They're not hiking up and hiding your neck. Don't hide your neck like this. Okay, I feel like we're done. Let me know if you like this warm up. This is what I do most days when I get up, and I hope you will too. So if yes, I will see you tomorrow.